Our top focus on WION at this hour. The Trump administration has renewed a waiver allowing countries to buy sanctioned Russian oil and petroleum products which are already at sea. Just 2 days ago, Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent said that U.S. would not renew the waiver. Now, the Treasury Department has posted the license to its website late on Friday. It allows countries to purchase crude oil and petroleum products of Russian origin for 30 more days. The document applies to Russian crude oil or petroleum products which are loaded on any vessel before the 17th of April. The license, which is part of the administration's effort to control global energy prices, it replaces a 30-day waiver that expired on April 11th. The waiver will allow India and other countries to buy sanctioned Russian oil and petroleum products at sea for about a month, and it excludes transactions involving Iran, Cuba, and North Korea. At a White House briefing on April 15th, U.S. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent had said that Washington does not plan to extend the waiver. He has also said that the waiver, which the Treasury Department first issued on March 20th, allowed some 140 million barrels of oil to reach global markets and helped relieve pressure on energy supply during the war. However, it did not prevent petroleum prices from spiking due to Iran's partial closure of the Strait of Hormuz. And for more on this, Siddhant Sibal, our Assistant Editor for Foreign Affairs, is joining us on the phone line. Siddhant, what can you tell us?
Well, it's a significant U-turn, first of all, coming just 2 days after what Bessent said, but also in terms of relief for many countries, including India, because remember the fact that India had been importing Russian energy, and this waiver was seen as positive, even though India says that India takes its own energy sourcing decisions based on its national priorities, something that was reiterated by the Indian government spokesperson just yesterday. But essentially, amidst the West Asia war, these waivers and, of course, India's continuous focus on getting more energy from various sources as part of diversification is an important element. All in all, it has to be seen what next after the May deadline comes to an end. Will there be more extension, more confusion, or no extension? That remains the big question in front of the policymakers across the world, even as Donald Trump continues to have a policy flip-flop.
Absolutely, Siddhant. We'll have to wait and see how that develops. But for now, thank you so much for getting us all those details. That was our Assistant Editor for Foreign Affairs, Siddhant Sibal, joining us on the phone line.